Hey guys, so today we're continuing the Carmageddon saga that we've got going on this channel. I wonder how many videos in a row we can do on this. How far is this going to go? Where is this going to take us? I don't know. Why are my eyes wonky? Is it the lashes? I think it's the lashes. I look lopsided. Now that I've brought attention to this, are my eyes lopsided? I just don't really know. Yeah, no, they're definitely lopsided. That's concerning. I don't know what to do with it. Maybe my eyes are just lopsided. Maybe I just never realised. Aren't humans supposed to, like, not be symmetrical? Is that what the tea is? Or am I just ugly? I don't know. Hold on. Yeah, I don't know. We're just going to have to ignore that for a second. I can't help. Have I always looked like this? Anyway, Instagram, Twitter, follow me on there. Second channel, in description. Hopefully I don't look lopsided over there too. So yeah, let's just get into the video. I can't stop staring at myself. Okay, so there was this very recent tea where a few drama channels were emailed by the New York Post about whether Shane Dawson and Jeffree Star are working with a specific PR person who has helped out, like, Amanda Bynes, Lindsay Lohan, Carol Baskin, like just a few of those people. And the PR guy has now come out and said that that's not true. Like, that's just not something that's happened. But a few people kind of went with the story and, well, no, like, I think Adam McIntyre spoke about it and he kind of said that it's like rumors. And then I think Nick Snyder and Dustin Daly and Rich Lux kind of shaded Adam. I'm not sure if they shaded him or not. I feel like I'm just not in the know about all of this. But I think there is some drama between the drama channels, which is just what you want during Dramageddon. But apparently Nick Snyder, The Viewer's Voice, and someone else have reached out to Shane Dawson and I think it was Rich Lux and Jeffree Star, and apparently they said that it's false. I mean, at the end of the day, they could be lying to us, so like, false, true, I don't know. But apparently even the PR guy said that, like, no, we're not working together, and that's the tea. So I'm wondering though if Shane Dawson and Jeffree Star do have a PR guy ready, or like a PR girl, just a PR person ready to fix them up, because I think they need it. I mean, after Shane Dawson's live on Instagram, after Tati's video came out, a PR person should have been here a while ago, and I just think the longer they wait with a PR person, the worse it's going to get. I mean, I hope Jeffree Star doesn't have a PR person right now, because if the PR person is telling him to stay silent, then what? I mean, to be fair, right? Jeffree Star has stayed silent and he lost about 500,000 subs. Shane Dawson has been speaking out and he lost over 1 million subs. So maybe if Jeffree Star has a PR person, they're onto something here. James Charles is staying silent and he's doing fine. Maybe this is the way to go. Maybe just don't speak out, you know? Great. Now with everything with Morphe coming out, when Morphe basically got rid of all of Shane Dawson's stuff and kept all of Jeffree Star's stuff on there, and now they're saying that they're essentially just like not standing behind Shane Dawson's actions, but they've forgiven Jeffree Star and they think that he like deserves to be on the Morphe website. It was just such a weird statement to make. Anyway, and after that, a lot of beauty gurus have started to like drop out of the Morphe discount codes. I think Jackie Aina was like the first to like start the movement and be like, hey guys, should we just like drop this? And I think Chloe Morello said like, I've never supported Morphe and I will continue to not support Morphe. Nicole Concilio said that she's going to be getting rid of her discount code. So yeah, a lot of people are just not, you know, not with Morphe anymore. But people were wondering if Jaclyn Hill was going to give up on Morphe, considering the kind of very tight-knit relationship they have. And she so far hasn't said anything about getting rid of her discount code or not collabing with Morphe anymore or not promoting Morphe anymore. So I think she's actually releasing a product now, which I am convinced is going to be a Morphe product, because I think it's a setting spray. But I'm pretty sure this is going to be a Jaclyn Hill X Morphe product rather than just a Jaclyn Hill Cosmetics product. If I'm going to make an educated guess, I think the setting spray is going to be a Morphe launch, because it could be one of their continuous mist sprays that she's just kind of adding onto, because I think Jeffree Star had one. It was like in like a pink bottle. So now that she's got like contract signed with them, I just don't think she's going to be backing out of it anytime soon. And I'm pretty sure Morphe is one of her biggest money makers, if not the biggest. I don't think AdSense is where it's at for her anymore. I mean, yeah, she makes a bit of money with AdSense, don't get me wrong. Even if she posts just one video every month, it'll still be fine. Like, she'll be okay. She'll make a few grand and call it a day. But I think Morphe is definitely still her biggest money maker, and she's not going to give up on it. She's going to hope that people have like forgotten about her a little bit and that they're not going to call her out for not having a not distancing herself away from Morphe. So in my last video I spoke about the fact that there was a girl that came out and said that her friend is an employee of Merch. So she said that her friend and other employees were asked to leave early from work because Jeffree Star and the co-owner of Merch had a little bit of like a beef. I think the other guy wanted to get rid of Shane Dawson and just distance Merch away from Shane Dawson so that other people would want to work with them and not back out of their contracts. I'm assuming that's kind of his big thing, because some people might not want to be associated with the same brand that is associated with Shane Dawson. There was a bit of that. No one could really prove that what she said was true or not. She could just be making it up. Just like when that comment came out about TMZ apparently looking into Shane Dawson being in hospital and he's apparently fine, so that was, you know, false. But yeah, that happened. And now, right after I posted that video, Merch tweeted out saying that there is a restock of Shane Dawson's merch. So clearly they're not distancing themselves, unless this is like the last launch, because they're just trying to get rid of stock. And then after all the stock's gone, maybe then they'll try and distance themselves from Shane Dawson. But if Jeffree Star allows this to happen, then he's going to have a lot of scrutiny on him, aimed at him. That was a sentence. And also, along with everything that's happening, I know I wouldn't speak about this person, but I think this is getting very, very deep. It just there needs to be some attention brought to it. You guys can do the research for yourself. I just, right now I'm refusing to talk about her because I don't know what kind of a mental state she's in for me to even be able to. But the thing is, that's what annoys me is, I feel bad talking about her because I think her mental state is not in the right place. But at the same time, does that absolve her from any accountability? So Gabby Hanna has recently deleted 40 million worth of views from her channel, and those were all videos with Shane Dawson. Now this clip has come out. Anyway, obviously there's some stuff there, I guess, that she was trying to get rid of. Also, she deactivated her Instagram and Twitter, which we all thought, well, I thought it was for her mental health, which I thought was a very good move for her. And then I realized that it's probably because she's trying to delete a lot of tweets. And she's trying to do that before, because now this clip's out. Jen, an ex-Viner, has now been releasing a lot of information on Twitter about Gabby that is not making her look very good. And I think Gabby, well, 100% Gabby has seen it. Now I don't think she's deactivated her Twitter and Instagram because of mental health issues. I think she has deactivated it, which I'm saying all of this as just like my point of view on this. It could be a mixture of both, but I think what I'm going to see when she reactivates her Instagram and her Twitter is there's going to be a negative with things that she's taken off her Instagram and her Twitter. Mainly Twitter, because that's where most problematic things are for everyone. And I am convinced, well, it is my opinion, that when she comes back on Social Blade, it's just going to show that she's deleted tweets and stuff, because that's usually what people do when they have a lot of things to get through, like a lot of tweets to delete. They usually deactivate their Twitter and then they go through, they delete stuff and then they come back. Anyway, Jen is also an ex-Viner who okay, so a long time ago when Gabby Hanna stuff was coming out, Jen spoke out and said a few things, and I was like, oh, I don't believe this person. I think they're just doing it for clout, because I was blissfully unaware of who like Jen was. I just didn't know, so I assumed it was like an ex-friend of Gabby's who was just angry and salty. And I even said that to Gabby. We recently, well, before she had a go at everyone, we had a personal conversation, and I said, yeah, back then I genuinely, like, she mentioned Jen, and I was like, yeah, I genuinely thought that Jen was a clout chaser, and I kind of left it at that because I still didn't know who Jen was. But now looking through her Twitter, I think she is someone who's clearly onto something. She's posting a lot of receipts of Gabby and Curtis, which Gabby probably doesn't want out there. Jessie has now replied to that tweet and showed messages between her and Gabby, where Gabby is accusing Jen of raping a child. Yeah, and then she apparently almost tried to use that as blackmail, and she said that if Jen doesn't start deleting things, she's gonna make a podcast on her and stuff like that, and it's just weaponizing false allegations, allegedly, which is the reason why I'm talking about this, because I just think Gabby with such a huge platform can really do a lot of damage to Jen, more damage than Jen could do to Gabby, if that makes sense. Yeah, I just wanted to talk about that because I think it was, it kind of links to all of this, because it started with all the Shane Dawson stuff, and I think everyone else is now getting kind of dragged into the drama, including like Trisha Paytas, Eugenia Cooney. So Eugenia Cooney recently has like come to the defense of Shane Dawson and Jeffree Star, which a lot of people are having an issue with. So Eugenia Cooney tweeted out saying, I ordered a cremated palette at my California address, but I'm back in CT. I am not good with states. That's some kind of a state in America, CT, guys. Right now, and found one arrived here. It's so beautiful and I love it so much. I'm not sure if it was sent to me by mistake, but thank you so much, Jeffree Star. I'm super grateful. And then she has also tweeted out saying, the past is the past and we can't change it, but it's what we do with the present and the future that defines who we are, which is, Yeah, true to some extent, but not when you have the kind of past that now Shane Dawson and Jeffree Star have. I think that is super far. I think everyone says stupid things. We've all said stupid things before when we were more ignorant about a topic. Everyone is ignorant about a topic until they learn about it. Like, that's the whole point, right? You're ignorant about something and then you learn about it and you say the right shit. But when it's this many things, is that you being ignorant, or is that you just not wanting to learn, you know? Trisha Paytas said, hate him, be mad at him, whatever, but harping down on another human being is beyond scary, and think of potential consequences. This is too much for any human to handle, which, like, yeah, no one wants Shane to do anything stupid, but at the same time, once again, there is this weird pressure of drama channels have to talk about this person and hold them accountable, but don't hold them too accountable, because just in case they do anything, it will be all on you. And there's this weird pressure on drama channels to talk about things, but then if anything was to go wrong, we would be the ones to be blamed for it, because we were the ones that attacked them. But when we were holding them accountable, no one was like, oh, you're attacking them. Everyone was like, you're holding them accountable. But now that they've done something, it's our fault that they did that. Do you know what I mean? There's like this weird, like, everyone wants us to hold people accountable, but once that person is clearly not in the right headspace, everyone's like, oh, it's your fault, their mental health is deteriorating, how dare you, you're an awful human being. And it's like, didn't you want us to hold them accountable? Isn't that what you wanted? So anyway, I just have this weird, when people use mental health or doing things as an excuse almost, or as a reason for people to not hold them accountable, which I think Gabby Hanna is guilty of sometimes, which I think Trisha Paytas is guilty of sometimes, where she'll do really, really stupid things and then just have a mental breakdown on her kitchen floor, and everyone's like, oh, well, she's clearly having a mental breakdown, we can't, you know, go hard on her. And then she says super ignorant things, and it's like, it's a cycle, really, because no one holds her accountable. Eugenia then says, I agree with everything you said so much. This kind of hate is too much for anyone to handle, and I wish people would think about it if it was them getting hated on and how they might feel. No one deserves to be treated like that. Yeah, and those kids didn't deserve to be treated like that, and they still were, so... So Eugenia Cooney retweeted a tweet from Trisha Paytas, quote tweeting Brittany Taylor's little statement that she put out about Shane Dawson buying someone an iPad, as if that absolves him of any racism and weird kid jokes. And she said, part 4, speaking only on Shane Dawson's character, he's not evil. He's not interested in bringing people down. He's one of the few that don't talk shit and tries to see the good in people. And she also says, he's not the monster at all. He has taken care of his family, friends, fans, and even complete strangers. He's quietly helped change lives, and no one will ever see that because of his humility. Eugenia then also says, everything here is so true. It makes me so sad seeing so much hate. People can grow so much in 10 years, and knowing Shane, he has one of the kindest, most generous hearts and is truly an amazing person. He's done so much good for people and would never hurt anyone. Then she also says, nothing good has ever come out of hate. Love and understanding is what we need. None of us are perfect, but our struggles and growth to be better people should be praised, not destroyed. If you see someone getting a lot of hate online, please don't just join in on it and spread negative energy. We're all humans, and think about how you might feel if it were you in that position. It makes me so upset seeing what a cruel and toxic place social media can be sometimes. Good people's lives can senselessly be destroyed in an instant because of hate mob mentality, and people being so quick to judge and condemn others really makes me sad. I mean, we're talking about racism here, Eugenia Cooney. Racism. We're also talking about inappropriate jokes about kids, and also this, I'm not going to put the clip up on the... I just thought about this, and I don't want to put the clip up on the screen, but there is a clip of Shane Dawson kissing a 12-year-old fan on the lips. Posted on her YouTube channel in 2011, and someone in the comment section asked her, how old were you? And she said 12. There are clips of Shane Dawson saying that his biggest fear is that his house would get raided and the FBI or someone would, like, take his laptop and see what's on there, because he would end up arrested. Those are his words, essentially. There is also a clip of him on, like, those chat rooms where young fans aged about, 14 would learn how to twerk so that he would, like, acknowledge their existence. Isn't this kind of remind you guys of the Austin thing? Austin, what's his name? Austin Jones? Austin, the guy that would make underage fans twerk for him. Why is it that he got put in prison for that? But when Shane Dawson does it, Eugenia Cooney's on Twitter going, guys, this negativity in the world, we don't appreciate it. You should be positive. Then Wayne Goss actually posted a video which has a very good like to dislike ratio, but I watched it with a bit of, like, the same reaction that I had to Eugenia Cooney, where he was like, oh, there is a hate mob, negativity in the beauty community. If you don't like something, just ignore it. Yeah, but people have been ignoring Jeffree Star's behavior for a while, and it led him to being almost a billionaire. So maybe ignoring people is not what we should be doing right now, because it seems like when people want things to go away, they stay silent, people ignore them, and they slip through the cracks every single time. Jeffree Star has a history of being I mean, I think it was Patricia Bright who said it. He has an aggressive past, an aggressive present as well. He threatens people. He threatens to ruin people's careers. He threatens to assault people in some cases. I think she said he like threatened to kick someone. Or, I don't know, there was like clips of him saying he's going to throw battery acid on someone to lighten their skin. There's clips of him saying the N-word on the street at people, shouting it at people. There's clips of him doing a lot of nasty things. So when you look at it that way, I don't think ignoring people is what we should be doing. Because when we ignore it, they continue to have a loyal fan base that will give them money and make them continue with their career and continue doing what they're doing. It's like, yeah, I know Wayne Goss is like a well-liked figure in the makeup community, but I think he's coming at this from a point of view of someone who isn't problematic. He's coming at this from a point of view of someone who isn't racist, hopefully, doesn't make inappropriate jokes about kids, and he's just coming at it from the point of, oh, I don't want there to be hate in my community. Let's just ignore the bad apples. And it's like, at this point, the bad apples are doing things that are like borderline criminal. So how about we stop ignoring them? Because we've been doing that for a while. Jeffree Star has been ignored. Well, his bad actions have been ignored for a decade. I think it's kind of time to stop ignoring things and actually get onto like holding people accountable. And I don't know what Wayne Goss meant by his video. Like, I don't know what his intentions are. He kind of like jumped around the topic. He kind of like said stuff and then he didn't say stuff. And matter of fact is that whole video sounded like he was having a go at drama channels more than Jeffree Star and Shane Dawson. Like, we're the bad guys in this situation and not Shane Dawson and Jeffree Star. That's what it sounded like. I don't know what his intentions were. But, you know, anyway. So Grayson Dolan actually tweeted out saying, hey guys, Ethan and I will be posting a different kind of video for our next, taking a step back from our normal comedy videos to tell a story very personal to us, especially Ethan. And people wondering if this is to do with the Jeffree Shane drama saga stuff. Because, you know, Grayson was mentioned in the messages from Jeffree Star to James Charles back during By Sister. So, I don't know. People are kind of like, are they using this as clickbait to get more views? Because they kind of know that if they hype this up like this, people are going to assume that they're going to talk about the Jeffree drama. And even if they don't, people are going to click on the video hoping that they do. So people are wondering if this is just like promo for their video. I don't know. Blair White also posted a video on Shane Dawson, basically just saying like, you can tell that she's kind of conflicted. You can tell that she wants to say that, you know, what Shane Dawson did was awful. But at the same time, she still, I think, has that like weird level of loyalty to him where she doesn't really want to say anything bad. So she would like start saying something about him and be like, yeah, this is so disgusting. And then be like, but I'm like sure he didn't really mean it that way. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, she's trying to like do the jumping around the accusations thing. And I think it must be very difficult for her to come out against someone who's clearly helped her so much with her career. I think we've all had like that one person where we have like a certain bias towards them, but that doesn't stop you from holding them accountable, and I think that's really important. However, in defense of Shane Dawson, people have now started taking a bit out of his book where he said that he was never molested as a kid, and obviously now during his live stream with the Tati situation, he said that he was molested. People are like, well, he's clearly lying then. And I'm like, no, people just have different times when they're ready / not ready to say something. Clearly when he was writing the book, he wasn't ready to put that side of it out there. And some people actually push away those memories. Like, they pretty much just erase them. And only by going to therapy and trying to, you know, talk about it and get, you know, rid of the, I guess, trauma, then they kind of realize and come to terms with what has happened. The fact that he said he wasn't in the book and now saying he is, that does not mean he is lying. I think this is too much of a serious thing for us to just be like, oh lol, because he didn't say it a few years ago, it means it's basically what people use against women, where like a woman comes out and says, oh well, like 5 years ago or 10 years ago X person has done this to me, and they're like, well, why didn't you come out with this sooner? And it's like, well, maybe they just weren't ready sooner. I think it's very unfair to expect people to come out with information when you expect them to come out with information. And just because he wasn't ready while writing the book, I mean, putting things down on paper for millions of people to buy is kind of a serious thing, and I think maybe at that point he wasn't ready to say that. And now he is. And that's perfectly fine. I'm allowed to obviously be angry at everything Shane Dawson did while also seeing how making that link there is kind of gross. And I just wouldn't want anyone to be like, well, because he didn't come out when we wanted him to with this information, it makes it false. Like, you know. Also, regarding merch, Joshua Miles actually quote tweeted the girl who tweeted about the employee friend who heard about the merch, getting rid of Shane Dawson stuff. Joshua Miles actually found out that Jeffree isn't the co-owner of merch. Like, he's not on the list of co-owners. So he could be like a shareholder. That's another thing that he's lied about owning it's kind of weird. It's kind of weird how many things he lies about owning. He said he owned Morphe, and now Morphe's coming out and saying he doesn't own it. And now he says he owns merch, and now when you look up merch, he's not on there. It's starting to get a little bit weird, Jeffree. Also, you know the house he just bought, the one for 14 million? Yeah, for some reason it's on sale again. Like, it's being sold. Like, it's not on sale, like, haha, instead of 14 million, 13 million. No, I mean, like, it's being sold again. So I don't know if he had leased it, maybe? I don't know. But I don't know also how much I can trust the thing. It was just like a link to a real estate website that was putting it up on sale again and just basically saying, like, hey, you can take a tour if you want, like, a book, like, schedule a tour. Like, I wonder if you scheduled a tour, you could walk in and it would just be Jeffree there, like, hey, here's my house. That would be weird. If I just showed up and was like, hi. Nice house. Didn't he just buy this house? Is there a reason why he's selling it? I don't know. This is all just really strange right now. So Trisha Paytas started tweeting out, I think it was yesterday or before yesterday, saying things like, so beyond past my limit, I tried taking the high road, but f it, YouTube ain't my career now anyway, so come for me, ruin me, wherever, I'm gonna say some shit. You know who can talk about my drug use? Me. You wanna know who can't talk about my drug use? Everyone else. Especially when I haven't used since December. It's gross and you're evil as shit. These people are lucky I'm going to sleep on this and pray to God I have some peace and forgiveness in my heart in the morning. And then she goes, the world is going to shit, buckle on up. And she also says, end of the day, YouTube is going up in flames and I got a whole tank of gasoline to dump on it. I'm a poor now. Don't give a f if I get cancelled on YouTube. Oh wow, my 200 a month will be gone. Oh no, no one wants to collab with me. Okay, I'm not going to read the last sentence because that was mental. And she also posted on Instagram saying, hi, if you talk about me in voice memos, get out. Who uses voice memos a lot? And who has been called out for a voice memo about Naked Cereals, Patrick Star, Cam Lester, Jeffree Star? Get out. Falsely accuse me of being on. Get out. If you never have apologized for anything in life, get out. If you spread false information about my sexual health, get out. That could also be Gabby Hanna. That's weird. Okay. If you don't stand up for your friends when it's the fan, get out. That's Jeffree Star 100%. If you judge any female for showing off her body, get out. Publicly support Trump. Publicly support Trump. Who's publicly supporting Trump? Do you think this is about one person or multiple people? Who's damaging to 95% of the American population? Get out. No time for any bullshit today. You're real happy today is the Lord's Day and I'm headed to church. Otherwise, my happy ass would be doing a real... What? Doing a real... No one manipulating me to do it old school kitchen floor style exposed video right now. So that could be interesting. If Trisha Paytas comes out with a big video about Jeffree Star or Gabby Hanna or anyone else that is involved in this situation, then... it's gonna hit the fan. It really is. And another point that was being made is the fact that there are a lot of other influencers under merch who are basically selling their merch through merch. So for example, I'm gonna put the list up right now. There's celebs like Kevin Hart, but then there's influencers such as like Noel Miller, Cody Coast, like Tiny Meat Gang as well, essentially is under this. And people are kind of wanting to, and people kind of want people to distance themselves from much and find a different company. But if there are contractual obligations where like you have to stay with a certain company for let's say 3 years and the 3 years isn't up, then no one can really do anything about it. Even if they would want to distance themselves, they might not be able to. So I think we need to give people some leeway with this. As long as they kind of address stuff, that would be nice. At the same time, there could be some contractual obligation with, you know, saying anything negative about much as well. So I don't know. I would kind of want people to distance themselves and not put money into Jeffree Star's pocket anymore. But, you know, it's ultimately up to them what they do. So that's today's video. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up, comment down below, anything, comment down below, and subscribe because I post videos every time something happens. So hit that bell, you'll be notified when that's happening. Social media links and second channel description. And I'll see you in my next one. Bye, guys.